Hey, look what we made today. It is Baga apple and jicama salad. It's light, kind of sweet, but not desserty, and something you could take to a picnic or barbecue, and people will have no clue that this is low carb. And it's got a little bit of walnuts, it's got jicama, it's got apples, and it has rutabaga. All of it raw, simple, easy to take, fun. Hello, welcome to my channel. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Thank you for watching. Hey there, so we're gonna make something today. And in order to do it, we have to peel a jicama. If you've been watching a long time, you've seen me do this. I have different methods for doing a jicama. And today I'm gonna use this method. Usually I pull the sticker off, but this jicama was not it was very wet and weepy. So the sticker got wet, so it adhered to the shell. So what you can do, a couple of methods. You can pop your jicama in the microwave for a few minutes. What they do is they dip jicama in wax, and it helps jicama and rutabaga and some of these root vegetables last longer. I guess they don't do it to potatoes because people eat and buy potatoes a lot more than they do things like jicama and rutabaga. Because if you look at your stores, there's a heck of a lot more potatoes than there are rutabaga and jicama. So what I've been doing lately is just taking a knife and just doing it this way. Because when I microwaved it, that worked well, very well, and then it's a lot easier. However, it gets hot, and you know, I'm a delicate flower, so I don't want to burn myself. Speaking of burns, let me just show you. Last weekend, remember I grabbed the crock pot? Hang on, I'll do it this way. If you remember, I grabbed the crock pot last Saturday. Well, today's Saturday, and that's how they're doing this week. So, okay, I'm done whining. Well, for the moment anyway. But anyway, so if you just get a knife and you do this, you don't have to beat it. You don't have to hammer it or anything if you do it this way. And yeah, I just hold it and kind of shave it off. Just shave all that stuff off there. And then when you're done, it should look like this. Looks like a big funky shaped pearl. Now let me put this in the trash can because we got another one to do. Okay, so there's one. Now let's do this other one. I usually, if these are kind of misshaped, but oftentimes I shave off one side, like the top side, and then the bottom side. I'll do that especially for the rutabaga. You'll see that one in a second when I shave it. So you just spend a little time with it. But you saw it didn't take too long. It took about 2-3 minutes, and that's all it took. But, you know, then you just kind of go down and down. Jicama is a unique vegetable. It has the flavor, to me, of kind of like a bland pear. It has a mildly sweet taste. I originally got it and was replacing potatoes with it, but then you all introduced me to rutabaga, also known as swede. And so once I found that, there's no going back to jicama for a potato substitute. However, I love jicama for my salads. And what we're going to make today, this will be perfect for it. But first, we have to get the skin off, so then we can do more with it. Usually, after I get done with this, for my my salads, I cut it up into cubes. And I've sliced it before, and you know, you can do it in all kinds of shapes. By the way, you're going to hear some panting in the background. There has been a barometric pressure change here, and some storms and lightning coming, and Callie hates them. I tried that Thunder shirt. I'm so thankful that I got it cheap because it didn't do anything for her. So I put it on her and she still panted just like she thought she was going to die. So that didn't do a lick of good, but that's all right, you know. At least we know. And I'll have it in case some other dog in the future has issues and might need it. Over here in my sink, I did Chef Jean-Pierre's method. He always keeps a thing of either bleach water or vinegar water. And so I'm kind of following his method right now. And that's what I have off to the side here. And so that way I can wipe things off. And, you know, then in between things, you know, I can clean it off and it'll be disinfected. So I noticed that that's what he uses, and he talks about it, and he uses that to wipe off his board and his counter space. And so I always use my bleach wipes, but on a day like today when I'm doing a whole bunch of cooking, I don't necessarily want to use a bunch. So now rutabaga, cutting off one side, then I'll figure out where the other side is and cut off the top of that side. I do not use my favorite knife for this part because I know it probably dulls it, but that's all right. That's all right. That's why I got two knives. So then this is whenever I wish I could turn you all. Let me try it this way. If I cut my hand off, you'll never see this video. So if you see this video, you know I lived. So I just kind of worked my way down the sides. Just shave down. Just like I did that jicama. I just do one side at a time. Like I said, it's not hard to shave it. It's not, you know, I don't have to use a hammer. And whenever I do it this way, I just have to slow down and take my time and not be in a hurry. When I get in a hurry, that's whenever I use the other. One thing also about rutabaga, when you get to the center of it, you will see they freeze these. I don't know if they freeze jicama or not. I've never noticed. But whenever I go to cut it in the center, it is usually still frozen unless I have it for like a week or something. But this has been in my refrigerator, not my freezer. But this and the jicama were side by side in my refrigerator all week. But this jicama is extremely cold right now in the middle as I'm holding my hand on it. This one is colder than this one. So I truly believe that they freeze these to extend their life, which that's okay. I freeze it after I cut it, so why couldn't they freeze it before I cut it? Makes sense to me. But anyway, so this is a rutabaga, also known as a Swede. If you go back on my channel, you will see I've made tons of things with these. I love them. I like it raw. I like it cooked. I like it boiled. I like it fried. I like it all kinds of ways. So you just got to find what you like. I like to pan fry it in the morning sometimes for, and then I use it as instead of fried potatoes. So, all right. Now. So once you get it cut up, in a little bit, we're actually going to be shredding these things, some of these. But first off, since one of them I'm not, I need to get a container because y'all know I freeze everything. So I have some rutabaga already in my refrigerator for my salads. So I mean, not rutabaga, jicama. So now I'm going to pull out my good knife. This is my favorite knife. This is one I got, somebody that I know was selling Cutco. And so I got one from them. Anyway, so I sliced down the center. And I'm just going to cube it. So I'm just pushing down. Jicama is definitely easier to cut than rutabaga. So I'm just going to kind of dice it. Doesn't have to be perfect because, like I said, it's going on a salad. So, come on, fella. On a salad, they don't, it's not like I'm boiling it or anything, so it doesn't have to be like the same size or anything like that. Now, let's see here. It's probably too tall of a stack, but you know me. I'm going to try it anyway. See how it works. And I'm going to cut it, cut it, cut it, cut it, and one more. So now, what I'll do is I put these in Ziploc bags. I put these in containers. You can put it in whatever you would prefer to put it in. And then, like I said, I freeze it. And when I pull it out, jicama is a very juicy vegetable. So jicama is a vegetable, and it's very juicy. So when you pull it out of your freezer, it will be kind of like when I make my egg casserole and it's soggy. Jicama is the same way. But it's okay. It seems to me like after I freeze it and when it defrosts, it's sweeter than whenever I cut it up like originally like this. I don't know. Maybe it's just my taste buds. Maybe I'm fooling myself. I don't know. But it seems like it to me whenever I've added it to my salads and stuff or taken a bite of it raw. It seems to me like it's sweeter after it has been frozen. So this might be too much. I might have to add this to what's in my refrigerator already. But I got one more piece here. And then we are going to break out our shredder for what we're making today. Now I'm just going to set this right here. Let me wash my hand. Alright. Okay. We are going to break out our big old food processor. So let me get this wiped off and we'll set this off to the side. Alright. This, I'm going to put a lid on this. Let's see if I can get this lid on. See if that's, there we go. Alrighty. Now, before you put anything in your freezer, make sure you label it. So that way later on in 6 weeks or next week, whatever, Jicama. So you just want to make sure you label anything you put in your freezer because you're going to need to know what it is later. All right, let me pop this in the freezer. All right, we are going to shred this. And we know Terry, ain't nobody got time for doing the thing. So we're going to do it this way. This should, it's not very sharp, but that's what it says. So, first I got to make sure my wheelie's on it. All right. Obviously, I don't use this thing very often. And we make sure that's there. Now, from there, here comes the hard part. Well, I should do the jicama first so it's easy. I want it to fit down in my chute, so I got to make sure it's sized appropriately. So I'll just go down the center. Because jicama is a heck of a lot easier to slice or cut than, I'm just going to make some long pieces. Jicama is a lot easier to cut than rutabaga. So, now. I'm just going to do one little piece and see how this how it works. Well, it definitely grates it. I wonder if there's anything. I think that's the only one for shredding. And that's just a cover. Yeah. All right. just not going to use the handheld grater. I don't care if this looks pretty or not. I'm okay with it not looking pretty. This is just going to be something for me, and so it's an experiment. So I'm okay with it not looking perfectly julienne slices. So now let's take a look at this here. That's a piece that didn't quite make it in down there. Let's shake all that. Let's clean all this off. Actually, I kind of riced it. So I've used jicama for rice before, and that worked out fine. But we know I like my riced chicken better. So it's just kind of made it into fine little pieces, which is okay with me. Now I need a bowl to put it in. I mean, it's all going to go together in the end, but, you know, I want to do it this way first. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, whoopsies. This was down in the bottom of it. Yeah, all right. So I guess whatever fell to the bottom got pulverized. That's all right. That's okay. It works. We're just going with it. I won't put that back in the bottom. Alright, whoop, hold up. Here's a little piece. Now, let's get the right thing on here. Come on, I know how you... There we go. That's the right piece. I'm going to set this jicama aside. And we are going to tackle the rutabaga. Like I said, this one's a little more, rutabaga is a little more of a challenge when it comes to cutting it up. I don't think I'll have to break out the hammer, but let's see. Oh, good. There we go. See, we cut it in half, and then we'll cut it into thirds. Just lean your body into it. And like I said, the more frozen it is in the middle, the harder it is to cut. This one you can't really tell. Like I said, rutabaga is good raw too. Rutabaga is a cross between cabbage and something, but I forgot what. Yeah. I'm such a good teacher, ain't I? Oh, cabbage and turnips, I think. Let's see. That's a big chunk. Come here, fella. I'll use that for something later. Do another one. Pull you out. Uh-oh. Rutabaga down, rutabaga down. Let me trash that. All right. Hold on. Hold up, hold up. Let me just... This one, nope, it won't fit. Yeah. it would help if I... No, it's down. It's just not... Oh, it's broken. Well, all right then. Okay, just got one more. There we go. I have a few little pieces here that, there we go. So now, once again, let's take this little thing off. Come here, fella. And let's, this one definitely shredded up. Nice, nice, nice. Ah, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty. That's real pretty. So, we need to put this into something. Because I could use this for hash browns later. So, like whatever I don't use for my salad, I could... Oh man, Terry. Just dumped a big old chunk on the floor. Not a chunk, but a big old batch of it on the floor. And on my counter. Well, the counter I can save, but the floor I cannot save. So let me pick that up. I don't know if rutabaga is... I don't know if rutabaga is okay for dogs or not, but I'd rather not take that chance. I don't know. I don't know. So let me kind of wipe things off here a little bit. Get this cleaned off. Whoa, whoa. Put you over here. I'm gonna put you down in there for a minute. All right. So now what we're gonna do, let me clean off my knife here a minute. This is my good knife. This is my special knife. I'll dry it off and put it away. And, all right, now. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to use an apple. I'll just set these little pieces aside. I'll figure something out for them at a later date and time. But for now, let me gut out this. For now, we're going to use apples. I don't know what kind these are, but I'm going to use these littler ones. So I'll go back to my not so great knife. Cut it in half. Cut it in half. I'm going to cut out this little center piece. Let's see, how am I going to do it? I'm going to go like this. Now listen, I'm just kind of making this recipe up. I mean, I saw a couple different ones online, and, you know, sometimes you got to do your own twist to stuff. So that's what we're doing. We're doing our own twist. Because I think Sing It's the one who recommended this, making this. And I'm pretty sure it was Sing It, but Sing It, if you weren't the one, or if you are the one, then I'm glad I remembered. But if you're not the one, I'm sorry to whoever recommended it, and I forgot who recommended it. Because we know Terry has a very short mind. A short memory. How's your Saturday going? Or whatever day you're watching this. How's your day going? Did you have a good week? I had a rough week. I mean, I survived it, and that's all that matters. But it was definitely a rough week this week. But you know what? Like I told y'all yesterday, I just told God I was going to praise Him in whatever storm I got this happened this week, and I sure was able to. I said, thank you, Jesus, for my job. Thank you, Jesus, for my friends. And thank you, Jesus, for my co-workers and for my people on my channel. I consider you all friends, so when I say friends, just know I'm including you all in that. So I said, thank you, Jesus, for my friends on my channel. So, yeah. I just praised him in the storm. And that's what that song says to do. She says, I will praise you in this storm. But I don't remember which song it was. But so that's what I did. I just said, all right, Jesus. Whatever's going on here right now, you got me. You got me. You got this, Jesus. So, sometimes you just kind of got to talk to him. And yourself. Because, you know, half the time talking to God is also about talking to yourself and cheering yourself on and letting yourself know that, you know, it's bigger than you. Like my pastor said, sometimes things happen and it's not about you, it's about other people and other situations. I'm just going to pop a bunch of these in here and see how it goes. You know, we're just kind of making this up as we go. Just winging it. I have a feeling it's not getting things good because it's broken on this side. I'm going to hold my elbow down. See what happens with this when I pull it off. There's some pieces right there that are not shredded. But that's all right. That's all right. So let's take this off. And I'm going to just get the rest of this off with my finger. There we go. Alrighty. And now we're going to put these shredded apples in a little container. That's too big. Oop, I hear the thunder. I heard it, Callie. I heard it. I'm sorry, sis. I can't. There's nothing I can do about the thunder. She did not like that shirt. She does not. I think. So when they found Callie, she was out. Her owners had moved away. And they lived across from a bar out in Marble Hill, Missouri. A little small town. And her owners moved away. And they left her. They untied her and just moved away and left her. Well, that is kind of what country people do. They're like, oh, well, this will be good. Somebody will find her and she'll be just fine. Or, oh, she'll wander off in the woods and she'll live a happy life on her own. It's kind of the way country people are. But it ain't how it went down for her. She got knocked up. And I say that, ain't that terrible? I should be ashamed of myself. She got pregnant with puppies. And so she was living out on her own in the woods. And so I think that the reason she gets so freaked out about storms is I think she probably has a little bit of PTSD from that time frame. And I could be wrong, but you know, I know they say dogs live in the moment, but I don't encourage her to be afraid or anything weird. So anyway, she was like that when I got her. So anyway, yeah, she will go and hide. She will shake. She will she'll just, you know, she's terrified of storms. Like I said, that thunder shirt didn't do a lick of good for her. Didn't make a hill of beans for a difference. Listen, I use any kind of box. This is an old box. Whenever I haven't had cats, and I think the last one passed away 2 years ago. But this box sure makes a good little box for holding my food processor stuff. You just got to use what you got. Now let me wipe this counter off right quick. Now my my original plan was to use some Skinny Girl dressings, but I finished those up, so that's fine. So instead we're gonna make up our own dressing, and yeah, hold on. I want to use a little bit of avocado oil, So we're going to do this the right way, as if we're counting, since we're counting calories and people are, and I want to make sure the servings are done good. So let me get a pen and paper so that whenever I post this, I can have it written for y'all. I'm sorry, I know you're looking at the top of my head and seeing if I have any cooties. All right, so we're going to use avocado oil. So when I make up something, this is how I do it. I put my little dealie on my scale, and I say, "Ooh, Lordy, 1 tablespoon, 15 mils is 130 calories." Well, we're not going to get that carried away with it. So let's try to do 30 milliliters, which is going to be two servings, so 2 tablespoons. All right, so 2 tablespoons, 2 TBS, and we're going to say apple cider vinegar. We're going to use 1 TBS. Let me see. ACV, red, RWV, and WWV. My pen ain't working so well, y'all. Hold on. Let me get another one. Okay, so apple cider vinegar. Let's do 15 mLs.
I didn't get that.
Oh,
could you try again?
All right. So that's actually 22 grams. So 22 grams. And then
I'm still not sure.
I know, hush. Okay, so then white wine vinegar. See how much we get. 15 grams. The red wine vinegar, kind of like a little more than that. I like this one. All right, 26 grams. Yeah, got that all together. Now hold on, let me put these away. My mom always taught me to clean up as I go. Now I just want to taste this because I also think I want to add these other things, but I just want to know. Yeah, that's fun. But I'll show you what we're going to add. Hold on. We're going to add a little bit of this berry medley. So we zero it out and write berries. Let's see what we get. I don't want to get too wild. All right, 100 grams. I'm going to have to pick up some more of those. I'm going to put my little zhuzher thing on here. And so we don't want it like a shake, so we need to add some more liquid. So I'm just going to add some water to it. Hold on. That's better. So now what we want to do is we want to see what all this is our dressing. So we need to see how much is in a serving, or how much all this right here is, and then we can determine how many servings we want it to be. So let me go plug all this into my app and I'll get back with you. So let me update you. So this piece right here is 321 calories, 12.1 grams total carbs, 0.7 protein, and 28.4 fat. So that's the dressing right now. Now, we're going to spread this out over multiple servings, but I just wanted you to know what is in this container is 321 calories. So like I said, we're going to add other things to it. So let me clean this up. So now, this is what you have to know when you're putting things together. I mean, I think we're done doing this. So give me just a second. I'm going to find a better container for the salad to be in. It's so funny. I've been looking for 10 minutes for a bowl, a specific bowl. And you know where it is? Right here, holding my apples. This is the bowl I was looking for. Ay, Terry. Sometimes I don't have a lick of sense. Hey, let's taste this dressing. Make sure we think it's okay. Yeah, it's sweet. Got a vinegar flavor. It's really good. All right, so let's build it. So, you know, if you want to take it somewhere, you want to make sure you have a dish that has a lid on it. And you want to, so for you, but if you're making it for yourself and you need to know how many servings and everything, you just zero it out and say, all right, we're going to add jicama. How much jicama are we going to add? Well, let's see. Zero out your daily. Let's do an even 200. All right, just for math's sake. 200 grams. Now, rutabaga. We're going to zero it out. Let's do an even 300. There we go. All right, an even 300 grams of ruta. So Baga, 300 grams. Apple. Well, we're just going to put all this apple in there, but we need to pull out this chunk. So we zero it out and put that in there. And it's 290 grams of apple. Apple, 290. I think this was a bag of apples I got. I think they might have been Pink Lady. I don't know, I could be lying, so let's not take it for what it, let's not 100% go with it, but I'm pretty sure it was Pink Lady. Anyway, apple. Now, we are going to add some of these, but not till it's all done. So right now, we just want to kind of, I want to toss it. I don't want to like stir it up too much. Ooh, this will be a good. This little thing has this spaghetti dealie. It has been, I have not done anything with spaghetti in years, but it comes in handy for things that are not spaghetti. So you can lightly toss it. All right. So now you have your measurements on there. So here's how, well, how do I want to do this? I guess I could do it this way. I'll zero it out again. And we want to drizzle some of this on. I don't necessarily want to use all of it. So we used, oh, I didn't weigh it beforehand, did I? Well, 88 grams. Let's see how that works up. 88 grams, we'll taste it. And then I'll weigh it again when it's done. Although I didn't zero it, it's all right. Actually, no, I've got the total weight based on the weight of all the ingredients. So there we go. This might be good to put a glove on and mix it up that way if you want. But this is just something kind of light and springy. I'll add this recipe. Remember, I have a recipe or a playlist of things that are good for barbecues, picnics. This one would be really good in that playlist with the barbecue picnic type stuff. Just kind of put a glove on, stir it up a little bit, see what you think. You know, you want to kind of keep it light. You don't want it to be clumpy because, you know, we know the jicama was clumpy. So let me slide that back there. All right. Now, I didn't want to saturate it with the dressing. So let me write down here. I'll put dressing 88 grams. All right, so now, on top of that, we are going to zero that out, and we're going to put some walnuts. Is that what I said? Yeah, walnuts. You can put as many or as little walnuts as you like. Lord, just remember. Oh my gosh, excuse me. 28 grams is 190 calories. So nuts, I do not eat nuts rarely because, for one, I am a binge eater. I am an impulsive eater. I cannot control what I eat unless it is bagged up and portioned, and nuts is not one of the things that I think that I could do that with. So let's try 28 grams. Let's see what 28 grams looks like. Just enough to give it a little crunch. All right, there we go. Walnuts. 28 grams. Now, let's take a spoon, give it a taste test. Make sure we get a little nuts in there, and then we'll figure out what the calories are. So that way, you know how I do it. Hey, that's good. Light, sweet, but not a dessert sweet. I would not be compelled to eat the whole thing. So there you go. This is our rutabaga and apple jicama salad. Now we're going to portion it out. Hang on. Okay, we figured it out. This right here can make 4 servings. I think it's like 200 grams or so per serving. The fat is 8.4. Calories is 166. Protein is 2.4. Total carbs is 23.4. Net carbs is 16.9. So whichever way you're doing it, there you go. So that's just kind of a fun thing that if you're going to a picnic and you're wanting to take something that's kind of fun and different, that's something you can take. So let me give you a close-up of it. Doesn't that look pretty? It's pretty. It looks nice in the red bowl. So, all right, bye. You know what I forgot to show you? How big a serving is. So this is how much you get in a serving. So that is 200 grams. So I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to have 4 of these. I'll take one to Mom's house tomorrow so she can experiment and see what she thinks. It'll be a little too bland for her in the sense of not sweet enough. So she'll probably put some sweetener on it. But for me, it's okay because I don't want a bunch of extra sweetener on it. But yeah, so that's how big of a serving that this makes. So you could do half of it. You could break it down into a smaller serving size, and you'll have less calories and carbs and all that stuff. So like I said, I was doing it based on calorie counting versus making it being super carb friendly. So you could break this down into a smaller serving and it will lower your total carbs. Okay, bye.